welcome back for another planning video. Today, of course, we are planning for the month of March, and I know everyone always says this, but I do not feel like it should be March already. It seems like we just started the year. But anyway, today we are going to be using this I Heart Stickers sticker book from the Happy Planner. This has over 2,900 stickers and a bunch of different colors and textures, so that's mostly what we're going to be using today. But before we get into that, let's take a look at our supplies. Now that we are 2 months into the year and I have used these planners a bit, I feel like I have a good idea of how I use them and how I need to go about setting them up. So the very first thing I actually did before getting started in my work planner, which you can see me doing right now, is I just went ahead and made a very quick, very messy master list of all of the tasks and events for the month. And then I took that list and wrote down in my planner all of those different things in the categories or areas that they needed to be in. So the very first things that I started with are the things that I know I always have, such as recording my video and editing it, posting it for early access for patrons, actually posting it on YouTube publicly, and also making my email draft for my email subscribers. I basically wanted this to be cute and decorated, but not overwhelming, much like my other setups, and just kind of keeping that theme of being decorated but still being fully functional and useful. If you follow me over on Instagram, you may remember a couple weeks ago that I shared a reel from Planning with Bumble, and it was just showing how you can draw your own boxes instead of using stickers, and I did quite a lot of that this month, more so in my other planner, my personal planner, which you'll see in a little while, but it was really fun to bring in some more of the colors that I wanted to use and get some different colors than what are in this sticker book, and also it's very easy and it's a way that pretty much anyone can decorate their planner a little bit more, make it a little more organized and cuter. You can also do something similar by outlining some of your stickers with a colorful pen or marker. You'll see that I do that here in a few minutes. I like to use the Tombow brush pen that is kind of a peachy color, and I will use that to outline some stickers that are for things that are art related, since I do use peach for squeaky sketches and to keep track of all of those things. I also have been using this little stencil to make check boxes. It has 3 sizes of circle and 3 sizes of square, as well as a few other shapes. Another great thing to do if you either don't have very many stickers or don't particularly like the stickers that you do have is just to modify stickers. You can do this by cutting parts off, layering multiple stickers, or just adding some lines to a sticker like I did with this checkbox sticker. You may have noticed that I already had some stickers in my planner before I started filming this. That is because I went through and marked down when each of the markets or other craft fairs that we're going to be at are, so I already have decorated on those days, so as we continue to go through planning you will probably notice those. And then here I am using existing highlighting that I had done at the beginning of the year and just using that as a header and adding more stickers underneath as checkboxes, or just using that template again to make my own little checkboxes. While we are mentioning markets that we will be at this year, we actually have one in March, one in April, one in May, none in June so far, one in July, 2 in August, and 1 in September that we are already planning to be at this year, so we may add more as we go throughout the year and see how they are going, but for now that is our plan. We almost always do one in November as well, so keep an eye out for that one. We usually have some kind of Christmas market in this area that we will be at. I am also going to put up a list on my Instagram here soon with all of the events that are coming up. I have already shared about the one that's coming up in March, and you can find that post linked in the description of this video, but I will also be making a story highlight with all of the events that are coming up throughout this summer. Back to decorating, I was feeling like some of these pages were a little empty. I usually have more going on towards the end of the month in the last 2.5 weeks, and not so much in the beginning of the month, so I just leave that open until I know actually what tasks I need to do during the week. And I just added a couple little decorations. I reminded myself that I'm going to make some new totes for the market that we have at the end of the month, and then I just went back to the monthly page and added in some flowers and other little cute decorations. I also added some little task lines. I have no idea what I'm going to use that for yet, but they're there whenever I need them. If I have random tasks that don't really have a set date I need them done by, I can mark them down there. I also flipped through this other Happy Planner sticker book and found a cute little quote. It just says "Choose kindness," and then I also added a flower sticker there before switching over to my personal planner. For my personal planner, I had also written out a list of what all I wanted to include in here, things such as specific chores and tasks around our house, my different goals for the month, and also a little schedule down at the bottom, which is what I'm creating right now. I covered up those goal sections, and then later I will write in morning, afternoon, and evening. And then I wrote in my goals and a little bit about them and kind of how to do them, or things that fall under that goal. So for example, for this one, for just having time to rest and relax and not be working, I wrote down a few ways that I can do that. And then this one, I realized I spelled consistent wrong. So I just covered that with a sticker that says make all the plans, and another little heart sticker on the end to cover up the rest of the words, and then just continued with what I was going to write there anyway. But I find that planning out ahead helps me to know a little bit better what I want to write in and show in these videos, even though I do still sometimes change my mind and end up not including everything during the video and adding more things in after I have stopped recording. I left this social media goals section blank except for checkboxes in the color of each of my accounts, because last month after I filled this in, my plans got totally derailed by some awesome opportunities that I got to do. So I'm just leaving that blank until we actually get to the beginning of the month and I can have an idea of what February has held fully, and just kind of gotten in track of where everything is at. I also just added a few boxes here and different decorations to have a little section for writing gratitude and highlights like I did in February. I really enjoyed that section and thought I would include one again. So about halfway through decorating this weekly spread, I had kind of a moment where I didn't know what all I wanted to include and wanted to show you guys, and it really changed the way that I set up the rest of the weekly spreads just because I didn't really have the time to sit here and turn my camera off and think about it. Also, I kind of confused myself because I didn't realize, or I guess I didn't remember, that the whole left side of these pages is meant to do tasks. So I put a little task area on the right hand side here. You can see on Friday I put a little sticker that says clean house and a couple things there. And then after I finished it, I stopped and looked at it and was like, oh, I didn't need to do that because that's what the whole other page is for. So that kind of threw off my whole thing, because then I was like, well, what all do I want to put on this right page? I want to put decorations, but I don't need to do any of the decorations, some of them that I was thinking of already, and it just kind of threw me off. So if it seems a little weird that this first page is decorated more than the other pages, that's why. I guess I wasn't paying attention and just kind of like forgot what I was doing. But basically for these, I am making different sections to write highlights or notes about the day like I usually do. And instead of using stickers for all of that, I will use a sticker like a flower or the starfish, or you'll see in a little bit there's some seahorses, and I will just use that as like a corner of the box and then use my pen to draw lines to create the rest of the box, kind of like I did in my other calendar. March is not particularly busy in and of itself. We just have the market at the end of the month, but all throughout the month of March we are preparing for something that is happening in April, so that is kind of a lot of the weekends in March is getting ready for that. So during the actual week I don't really have a whole lot that I have to mark down. I only have like one or two things during the month that are not related to Squeaky Sketches and the different content that I create for that. So for the most part I have the freedom to just put in random decorations in boxes and then do the rest of the decorating during the week, which is fun, but also it can be kind of hard to know what all to put in my planner. So I basically just had fun and put stickers different places, and I'm also trying to get myself a little bit of a more consistent schedule so that way I don't wake up in the morning and go, what should I do today? And I kind of have an idea in my mind already of roughly what 4 things are that I need to get done for the day, and that has been helping a little bit to actually be productive throughout the entire day instead of just being productive for a couple hours in the evening. But for the most part I am just going through and decorating with different boxes and stickers and drawing lines or things like that. So there's not really a whole lot to explain. You kind of can just watch what I'm doing and see the different colors. Since I mostly used just one sticker book, that really helped me be able to have a consistent color scheme and not have to go searching for more stickers or a different style of sticker. I could just flip through this sticker book and almost all of the stickers would have a similar color theme or a similar style, so that definitely helped, and I feel like I didn't have to think about it as much. I just used this sticker book, and that definitely made it a bit easier and made it where I didn't have to think about it too much and just got to kind of enjoy putting different colors and decorations together. As you guys might remember, my biggest problem with this planner is that each of the monthly sections only has 4 weeks, and that usually isn't going to be a big deal, but also every couple of months that is a problem because there's just too many weeks to fit in here. So I am using these 2 note pages at the end of the month as an extra week. This is a week that is almost perfectly divided between March and April, so this is a perfect week to have in these extra pages, and I just added some decorations and a few dividers to kind of help break it up a little bit. I didn't want to make this into an actual weekly spread, but I am still going to roughly leave the left side as my task lists and the right side as places to write events or highlights from the day. This Off to the Market sticker reminded me that I never wrote down the dates for our market in this planner, so I went ahead and did that, and then I just added a few other decorations, and that was pretty much all for this setup. As always, if you have any ideas for color themes or even doodles that you would like to see me do in one of the future months, please go ahead and let me know in the comments. I would love to hear all of your suggestions and ideas. Here is the final flip through in both planners for the month of March. I hope you enjoyed watching along, and if you are using this as inspiration for your planners, I hope you got some fun ideas, or maybe thought of something that you can do to make your planner a little cuter without too much effort. If you are local, we are so excited about the market that will be on March 25th at the Barns in Napanee, and would love to see you out there. My crafting buddy Animated Crafts will be there as well, and we are always just so excited to see all of you. And again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of the week and a wonderful start to the new month. See you all next month.